What's going on, everybody? Got another review for you this week. First, I want to say thanks to everybody that's been subscribing and viewing all of my videos. I really appreciate it, and it's everybody that views my channel and views my videos that keeps me wanting to put out more content. So thanks a lot, and thanks for the support. So, like I said, we've got a rod review. And I promised this a couple weeks ago. I haven't been able to figure out the format, so it might be a little bit choppy, but we're going to get through this together. So I didn't want to wait any longer, just wanted to get it out so I can kind of show it to you. So this is going to be on the Shimano Crucial, the new line of Shimano Crucial rods that they have out. Shimano Crucial has been out for a little while, but they changed the game up a little bit this year with their Crucial line, and actually it seems like they overhauled every line that they had except for the Kumara and the Cumulus. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, you guys, so Shimano Crucial. I'm going to go over some of this stuff kind of quickly so I can get everything in this video. Here's one of the cards that comes wrapped around one of the split grip BVA handles. Just says Shimano Limited Lifetime Warranty. Here's the number of the rod that I got, CRC 72HA. Here's a card that comes on the guide, Crucial Graphite Rods, Casting, Worm, and Jig. You open it up, talks a little bit about the rod here. If you want, you go and pause it and read it. And then here is some of the features of the rod. IM10 graphite construction, technique-specific actions, concept Fuji Alkanite guides, custom Shimano reel seat, no threads, custom shaped EVA handles, multi-purpose hook keeper, etch technique, badge butt cap, and limited lifetime over-the-counter replacement warranty. Great thing about Shimano rods is they have that lifetime warranty. So this is the Shimano Crucial, and this is the Worm and Jig variety. And go ahead and turn it over. It says Shimano CRC 72HA. It's a length of 7'2", line weight of 12 to 25 pound, and lure weight of half to 1.5 ounces. It has a power of heavy and an action of fast, and IM10 graphite construction. So this rod is very, very light, especially for it being a heavy rod. So it has more material on it because it is a heavy. It's got a big backbone on it, but it is light because it has the EVA, the split grip, and the custom reel seat, which there's not a lot of material there. So kind of a cool deal. Let's see. The first guide on this, like I already said, it's Fuji Alkanite guides. The frame of the guide itself, very, very thin compared to some of the other ones. I have the Compre, and the Compre has the old one has the hardloy guides, and the new Compre has the aluminum oxide guides. But the style of the guide on those particular frames, on those the frame on those particular guides are a little bit different. They're much bigger looking. When I say much, I mean it's probably half as much, or I should say 50% more than this particular guide here. So they're definitely saving weight with these Alkanite guides. The one thing that I noticed about this guide, or on this particular rod, because it is a heavy rod, I assume that's why this first guide on this rod is bigger than some of the other rods that I have as a first guide. There's 9 guides plus 1, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 10 guides altogether, including the tip. So it's a 9 plus 1. But this guide right here, it's bigger than like a medium heavy or a medium power rod, where the guide is a little bit smaller. So that's one of the first things that I noticed about this rod. I'm just kind of pointing that out. This rod is very stiff. I'm going to be using this rod, even though it's a worm and jig rod. I'm going to be using this rod for frogging because it has such a heavy backbone on it. And then it's got that fast tip. The fast tip translates into a quicker hook set, and it gets, for me, it gets down into the power of the rod much quicker, so I can set that hook more aggressively. I'm also going to use this rod for heavier spinner baits that are like 3/4 of an ounce or more. I've tried to use it on a 1/2 ounce spinner bait. It works okay if you're using like a roll cast, like an underhand cast. If you're using like an overhand cast on a spinner bait, you might be asking for trouble because it doesn't load the rod properly with that light of a weight. And like this says, it does say 1/2 ounce. So it's a little bit light. 1/2 ounce is a little bit light for this rod, but it's not bad. Hook keeper. The hook keeper is different from last year, where the hook keeper used to be on top and it used to just be a ring that went over like this. So like a semicircle or a reverse C. This hook keeper is much nicer. It's a lot more versatile. You can use it on extra wide gap hooks. It's for Texas rigs and stuff like that. You just hook it right onto there. You don't have to undo your soft plastic or nothing. I have a little tiny bit complaint about this one, is that it's on the bottom. I wish it was on the top or even on the side, because when you hook a bait like a crankbait or something, the hooks are still going to be hanging down. So when you go to set this thing down, the hooks are going to be towards the bottom. Small minor details, not a deal breaker by any means, but you guys be the judge of whether or not that's a deal breaker for you. Here is the split grip. Go ahead and show you the butt cap. It's got that jig on it, and then cruising down the side, show you you got your split grip, and then you've got the reel seat, which is really cool because of the fact that you can get so many more fingers on the bottom of this thing. It just translates into being able to feel the rod a lot better, more sensitivity, especially for a rod that is used for jigs and such. Even though I'm not going to be using it for that, feeling those subtle bites is huge. And when you're talking about a real soft bite, you want to have every advantage that you can have going your way. So it's nice to have getting those extra fingers on the blank of the rod itself. So, and that's what this new reel seat offers. No threads on here, which is great. It is a very comfortable rod to hold, especially once you get the reel attached. When you get the reel attached, it's very balanced. All you got to do, you just stick the reel on there, and what you do is you just turn. Let's go ahead and make sure that's centered up first, huh? You just turn the actual EVA part itself and just tighten it down, and there you go. It's on there. So very comfortable rod. It becomes, like all rods, it becomes much more balanced as soon as that reel is attached to it. So very nice. If you guys get the opportunity to go into your local bait shops and they have these new Shimano rods, check them out, just because that new reel seat is just, it's a very nice design. So we have a total length of about 13.5 inches of the entire reel seat and handle, until you start getting into the business end of the rod. So check these things out, you guys. I'll show you some pictures at the end of this video of the action of the rod. Show you some load, what it looks like with the line on it, and load it up a little bit. And like I said, it is a fast action rod, so it's not an extra fast. It acts kind of like an extra fast just because it is a heavy going into a fast. So because it has such a thick backbone, you could use it to you could use it as an extra fast, I suppose. It still has a little bit lighter tip than a extra fast would, but being that it is a heavy, the taper still has to go down quite a ways. So it almost acts like, because I have the medium heavy extra fast version, they're pretty similar, but I'm going to use the medium heavy extra fast version for jigs, and this one's going to be for heavy spinner baits and frogs. So check them out, you guys. Like I said, I'm going to post some pictures at the very end of this, and thanks for watching.